Have you ever seen a 54-year-old man-child restore and modify a 43-year-old RC car before? Well, today on Maxximum Motors, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Hey everybody, my name is Gary, this is Maxximum Motors, and in today's episode, yep, you got it right, we're going to rebuild a 43-year-old RC car. But before we get into that, it's a rough flight for Ghost. Anyways, let's dig into it. So this is a 1983 Tamiya off-road vehicle chassis, and I know you may be thinking, hey, it looks like $1 million. Well, I've thrown some new parts at it. It's got new shock absorbers. It's got new braces here. I'm actually going to upgrade these to carbon fiber. This is going to be just like a real car. This is going to be a resto mod. So it's going to be a restoration and modification. So these are aftermarket shocks here as well. But it has one epic flaw. It is a 1983 chassis, and I have no idea when the last time this was rebuilt. So that's the differential. This is a two-wheel drive buggy. This chassis, just to explain a little bit, came in different iterations. There was a buggy version called the Tamiya Frog. There was the Subaru Brat, which was like a pickup truck version. Then there were two monster kind of car versions, monster truck versions, Tamiya Blackfoot and the Tamiya Monster Beetle. So my good buddy there, Adam, up in Niagara Falls, kind of inspired me last month. And this guy had been collecting dust as part of my collection for quite a while. I acquired it a number of years ago now, and I didn't really know what to do with it, to be honest. I had a really cool Audi Quattro body, and I combined the two. It just never worked for me. I didn't have the right kind of wheel and tire combination. And I wasn't very familiar historically with this chassis, so again, I didn't really know what to do with the thing. But Adam inspired me with his build, and we did a little bit of a trade, and I was able to acquire some parts. I've since acquired more parts. So what you're seeing here is really the mock-up phase for this thing. And the reason why I bought it 5-6 years ago now really was because of this motor. So this is a 1987 world champion Trinity. Now they're brushed. Obviously back in that era there was no such thing as brushless RC motors. But that motor there, I think I paid $100 for this, if that. But for me, all of the value was right here in this motor. And up until a couple of weeks ago, I'd never even heard it run. I didn't even know if the motor worked or anything. Now, I've got good news. It actually winds out really good for an old girl, so to speak, or an old motor. So I'm really, really happy with that. But there is definitely a crackle, clicking noise, either from inside this diff or these old hexagonal joints, like in here. Bring you in. They often slip and they click and they do all kinds of things. So we might be looking at an upgrade there to the axles. And if nothing else, we're going to go through this differential. So kind of like RC car bragging rights is, oh, my diff is silky smooth. And like these got like RC car guys show off. Like, oh, my differential is silky smooth. And I'm gonna roll some footage for you from the hallway. You saw a little bit of it there in the intro. I'm gonna make sure you see or hear a part where you can hear the clicking I'm talking about. So our goal is, and you're going to see me do it on camera, is we're going to rip this out, we're going to pull it apart, we're going to rebuild the differential. If there's any plastic bushings See that guy there? We're gonna do our best to replace them all with metal bearings. And then for bling, as you can see, there's a lot of blingy stuff going on here. But for visual bling, we're also going to do something with these like weird grayish parts. So I think this originally was a Subaru Brat. It may have been a Frog. It was never a Blackfoot or a Beetle. But I want to take it to the next level. Okay, so I'm going to go and get my tools. The original owner's manuals, even if you don't have a physical copy, they're readily available online for these things. So if you ever go to buy one and you don't know what to do, as long as you know what it is, you can probably find the manual for it out there. Definitely for the Tamiyas, they're very, very well documented. So we're going to blow this thing apart. I'm going to, time lapse you guys through that process. I really want to get into the heart of the differential, see what's going on there. So one thing I like to do is just get myself a box of dollar store sandwich bags, like Ziploc bags, and a permanent marker. And then, as you group things together, you can just bag them and then marker the bag so label the bag so you know what it is. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to get into the radio receiver box. So Amanda's brother Peter was kind enough to 3D print this really cool receiver box for me. It makes the receiver weatherproof. I'm definitely going to run this a little bit, at least in the snow, hopefully by the end of this video, so you guys get the effect outside. So you got to kind of protect that. Now the electronic speed controller from Tamiya. This is a 60 amp brushed speed controller to match the brushed motor. It's waterproof, so I don't really need to worry about that as much as I need to worry about the radio receiver. So I'm kind of lucky in the sense that there are some new parts on this, so there's not a lot of deep cleaning that I need to do. The chassis itself does need a deep clean, and of course the gearbox and everything in it. Anything else that I find, like these rear trailing arms, that need a good deep clean, or any of the hardware. I have one of those ultrasonic jewelry cleaners, and they work amazing on RC cars. Okay, a little bit of time has passed. We've got the front end apart on this, so most of the front end is now in this bag, marked front suspension. So there's our diff, got that, and I'm just going to finish tearing down the chassis. There was one random nut here that I think was, because the casing of the motor is magnetic, right? There's pretty heavy magnets in there. A lot of the time when you drop something, it ends up on the bell housing of the motor. Okay, good. Everything will be fine. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going. Let's go. So this is really the heart of what I wanted to get at too. So the two chassis halves, And, you know, there's the left and the right? And then, of course, the diff with the motor. So this is kind of the heart of the car. To dig this far down and get everything else bagged up, I probably have maybe an hour and a half into it. So what I want to do, I think I'm going to start by cracking open the diff. We're going to get into it and just see what's going on in here. For all I know, the last time this has been cracked open, you know, maybe never, since it was built. But you know, I get the sense it's been a while. So the good news is, you know, the pinion on the motor, the spur gear, looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. As to all the gears, at first glance in here, the one thing that does strike me, and probably strikes you as well, this grease. This grease may very well be from the 80s. Oh my goodness. It's pretty terrible. Okay, so here we are. We're into the meat of it now. As you can see, like, I mean, once I get the sonic cleaner going, we're going to really clean this up. We're going to degrease all this. I'm encouraged, so I'm going to tell you why. So first of all, these gears all look in great shape. Even these are metal, obviously. These are nylon. They're all in really good shape. All the teeth look very, very solid. There's no missing teeth. All the wear is good, and even if there's very little wear, to be honest. What really encourages me is that's a metal bearing. Where else is there one? There's a couple of them in here. That guy there is a metal bearing. On the other side here, that guy there is a metal bearing. So that tells me that someone at one point in time was in here and built it the proper way. Everywhere that there's supposed to be a bearing, there's a bearing. So I'm gonna have to see if I can replace this screw because it's bent. I don't know if you can see it there, but the very end of it here, it's very bent. All right, so I'm very encouraged. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing. Really, the only thing I have to do now for the differential is get out the ultrasonic cleaner and start going to town on this stuff. And then we can rebuild it. And I'm going to see if I can replace that screw. All right, this is encouraging. I really do think the issue is those drive axles. I do. All right, let's go. Okay, we're back. So I've got my Neo LLL ultrasonic cleaner. This I bought a couple of years ago from Amazon, like, I don't know, $20 odd Canadian. So yeah, we're gonna put this bad boy to use now, and we're gonna start to clean up all these gearbox parts. Let's go. Okay, so I just went to the kitchen sink, got some dish soap, and I was pretty generous with that, and then some warm, hottish water. Warm is good. And then it's just a matter of throwing in the parts into this bad boy. I had to kind of rearrange because the cord on this isn't very long. I'm just going to start throwing gear bits in, and really it's the ultrasonic waves that do the magic here, right? Just after a couple of minutes, I don't know if you can see that conical cloud coming out of that gear there. This is science, boys and girls. Okay, a little bit of time has passed. This is clean. All this stuff is clean. You can see the difference, right? This is the inside of that cover. Same cover, that's the inside. Not done yet. And as you can see, water did its job. Yeah, I did some scrubbing and there's still a little bit there. A little bit of stuff. This is the inside of the gearbox cover, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're going to get as much gunk off as we can before we re-grease it all. But everything looks in really, really good shape. Okay, it's a couple of days later. I just wanted to take a break for a second and do a little bit of show and tell. But before we get to that, I just wanted to say thank you for all of the support here at Maxximum Motors. And for those of you that are new, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Every time you do one of those activities, it sends a message to the algorithm and pushes my content to more people. Now, on to the goodies. Okay, so we're bracing ourselves for a big snow event here over the next 24 hours. So here at Maxximum Motors HQ, it is all about staying inside, staying warm, and working on projects. So minutes ago, I just went down to the lobby area and picked up a package. These are the metal bearings that I've been talking about. So these are for another project, my lunchbox project, which I'll show up on the screen right now. And then this is the metal bumper. Actually, this could be used on the Audi project or the lunchbox. We're going to use it for the Audi. So this is a really trick piece. It's aluminum. So that is your front bumper. So it would sit, if this was the side of the car, it would sit like that. So that's pretty cool. And then I made an investment in technology for the channel. So I'm not using it at this second, but there is a DJI Mic Mini in here. And I've been playing with that. Hey there, my name is Gary, and this is Maxximum Motors. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Roger Wilco, Bob's your uncle. Pitter patter, let's get at her. So in the future, the audio quality will be even better. We won't have to worry about wind noise as much and obscure audio because I will have a microphone. Okay, so as you can see, the car is now completely disassembled. We're at the point now of no return. So I think at this point we're going to call it an episode. I'm going to make this a two-part affair. So you're going to have to come back next week and see me rebuild this 43-year-old Tamiya RC car. Until then, don't forget, live life to the max, and we'll see you in the next episode. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.